So when we think about nutrition, often people are focusing on weight goals, and that is their primary goal with nutrition. However, there is so many benefits from eating well and nourishing your body in terms of physical health and mental health. And if you look on the NICE guidelines at the starting point of many chronic pathways, it focuses on diet. And this is a really good way to manage diseases and also prevent them as well. So it is really key to think about the way we feel and not just the way we look as well. And in fact, although your brain is only 2% of your body weight, it actually consumes 20% of the calories. So we must be nourishing the brain as well. So the real take-home message straight away is that we must be focusing on nourishing your body so that you perform better physically and mentally. But the real key is understanding that it is all about you and focusing on what is your goals and what is the optimal way to nourish your body. So carbohydrates are the main source of fuel for our body in terms of our brain and our muscles. So when thinking about choosing a carbohydrate, you are best to go for one which is unprocessed, which has got a low glycemic index, and one which comes in a whole form. So think about things like your brown rice, think about whole wheat pasta, think about lentils and other beans and pulses which are whole foods, and avoid those that are processed. This will avoid peaks and troughs in your blood sugar levels and will create a greater sense of satiety. Carbohydrates are also a great source of fibre, and this is something we will come on to shortly. So protein is key for many things, and in particular for muscle growth. And one of the things which is really important to consider is that there are 9 essential amino acids which we must get from our diet. And these are present in a full form in many things such as meat and dairy. The only considerations may be that if you are vegan, that you might have to mix things together to get a full amino acid profile, but it is quite simple. You will just maybe mix some of the different pulses together, rices, to ensure that you get that full amino acid profile. And there's many myths out there around protein in terms of protein timing, amounts that you need as well. So it's key to really understand what is actually fact and what is actually fiction. And the final macronutrient group is fats. And fats have been demonised for years and years and only got a better reputation over the last few years. So for years and years people thought that fats were the bad enemy and fats were bad to take on board. However, over the years, with more research, we have found out that it's the good fats, the healthy fats, which are really beneficial and key for our health. So think about things such as olive oil, nuts, seeds, particularly your omega-3s in oily fish, and ensure that you do get a good source of fat. And to learn a little bit more about fats, head over to my video which is titled Healthy Fats So Far, which I will put a link in with this video as well. And now moving on to the macronutrients, which are the smaller nutrients but still really important for our health. So I've just picked out a few here which I feel are quite important, but there are loads more out there, so find out what will really help you. So the first of these is the B vitamins, and these are really important for our brain health, and particularly B12. And you can find these B vitamins in animal products, in whole grains, in nuts, in seeds, and in some veg as well. And it is pretty easy to get it within our diet. The only consideration might be if you are vegan, you may struggle with the B12. So that is something that you might want to consider to supplement if you can't get that from your diet. The next vitamins are vitamin C and vitamin E, and these are really powerful in terms of their antioxidant effect. So vitamin C, we often think of citrus fruits, but they are present in many fruits and veg. And in terms of vitamin E as well, this is present in nuts, seeds, and lots of leafy greens as well. And also these vitamins are available in many fortified foods also. The next vitamin is vitamin D, and this is really important for our bone health. Although we often think of calcium when we think of looking after our bones, vitamin D plays a really key role in terms of converting that calcium into a usable form within the body. It's also been in the news quite a lot lately around its benefits in respiratory disease. However, there's a little bit more data needed to confirm these findings. So where can we find vitamin D? Well, the main source of vitamin D is just getting out in the fresh air and sunlight. So during the winter months, many people may become deficient in vitamin D. So this is a supplement that you might want to consider taking. So the next one on the list is magnesium, and magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body. But where can you get it from? Well, magnesium is found in leafy greens, in legumes, in nuts, seeds and whole grains, and many fortified cereals as well. And basically anything that you can get fibre in generally has magnesium in as well. And the next one is selenium, which is required for the synthesis of our thyroid hormones. And this is found in soil that the plants grow in. So different vegetables can have different levels of selenium in, and it all depends what soil they've grown in. It's also found in animal organ meat and animal muscle as well. And the last one of these is omega-3, and this has loads of benefits in terms of mental health, in terms of our cardiovascular health, in terms of our immunity as well. And really good sources of these are things like oily fish. And we also often think about the oils as well, but it's all about the ratio. So sometimes things can be too high in omega-6, which then impact on the ratio of omega-3. So think about your fish oils, think about possibly getting a supplement, but if you're looking at supplements, ensure that they have got EPA in and DHA as well, as these are vital parts of the omega-3 which have the benefits. And here's a note on fibre. It is advised that we get 30 grams of fibre a day. On average, people are getting around 20 grams at the moment. Now, there are two types of fibre. There's soluble fibre and insoluble fibre. Soluble fibre dissolves in liquid, and this acts as a sponge to soak things up and carry them away through the gut. Insoluble fibre acts as a brush, so it attracts water and brushes liquid out of the body. So both have a really positive effect on your gut, which can also have many other benefits in terms of a reduction in the risk of type 2 diabetes, colon cancer, breast cancer, and also on your lipid profile as well. So fibre is something you must really try to include within your diet. But which diet is the best for you? With so many diets advertised out there and different people having different eating regimes and manipulating different macros and timing of eating, what is best for you? Well, that really is individual, and in terms of your goals and what you enjoy as well. So you must take the best of every diet and make it work for you. So whatever diet regime you're following, whatever healthy eating plan you're following, here are some quick tips when working from home that will help you get more nutrients on board and feel better physically and
the first one of these is variety. So try and include as many foods as possible with different nutrients in. So go for things that are dead easy and pre-prepared, such as stir fries, soups, packet whole grain rice with pulses mixed in there as well, and look at your herbs and spices and get things that are already mixed together so that you get the benefits from all different herbs and spices, such as curry powder to flavour things. Also think about pre-making things such as fruit medleys so that you get the benefits of all different types of fruit, and make a really versatile base that can then be used for different types of things. So for instance, frying garlic, onions, carrots and tomatoes makes a really versatile base for different things such as chilli, bolognese, soups and casseroles. But just really focus on getting as much colour and variety into your diet so that you get as many nutrients as possible. And the next one is try to eat at the same time each day, and this includes full meals and snacks as well. And this way this will avoid you getting too hungry and getting hangry to the stage where you just go for the first thing you see, but also avoid you from over snacking mindlessly as well. And number 3 is be aware of the liquids that help your hydration and hinder your hydration. So it is advised that we get about 6 to 8 glasses of water a day, and this can improve our alertness, and often we mix up our hunger signals with thirst signals. So it's important to clarify, are we actually thirsty or are we actually hungry? And when we think about caffeine as well, it's also good to be aware that we are advised only to get 400 milligrams at the most per day. And in 1 cup of tea, there's likely to be around 80 milligrams of caffeine. And also consider your caffeine timing as well. So you may want to manipulate this around the times that you train to give you more energy, but then you also may want to think about your sleep as well and possibly avoid this after 2 p.m. And finally, a quick note on alcohol. It does cause dehydration, it affects our mood, and it also affects our sleep as well, amongst many other things. So although many of us enjoy alcohol to relax and can find that it helps, just be mindful as to whether it is hindering you or helping you and really impacting on your productivity and well-being. And the next one is have some quick go-to snacks that are pre-portioned out or that you can accurately eyeball portions. So choose things such as oatcakes, crackers with peanut butter, cottage cheese, think about veg and hummus, try fruit and yogurt, and also maybe small portions of cereal, protein bars, boiled eggs, or even healthy leftovers from previous meals that are portioned out, or even just experiment with healthy baking that you can have those healthy snacks on hand, but try and predominantly make sure that they are fats and proteins, as this will give you greater satiety. One of the greatest tips is to work away from the kitchen and rearrange your cupboards. When you get that task that you really don't want to do, it is so easy to tiptoe over to the fridge or open the cupboards for something to eat. And by rearranging your cupboards so that the healthy snacks are at the front, you're far less likely for the Toblerones to come tumbling out and you'll be tempted to dig into those. So when we're busy working, it's often difficult to connect with people around us. So why not try cooking with those in your house? Maybe set up a online Zoom, come down with me, or set up a challenge with your colleagues at work to make different recipes. But try and get others involved and try and prepare nutritious things for your workday, which will save you time. The next one is think about the nutrients that can really benefit you. Then think about the foods that you actually like that have got those nutrients in, and then find a super simple recipe and maybe challenge yourself to make 1 or 2 new recipes a week that you can have during the busy workday.
And to finish off, a few little key points to remember. So think about variety. Think about getting as many different things in your diet as possible. Think about those macronutrients and the key roles that they play. Think about the micronutrients which may be specific to you and could really help your health. Also think about fibre, ensure that you try to get 30 grams of fibre in your diet a day. Think unprocessed, think whole grain food, but most of all, think about what you enjoy and nourishing your body. And if you would like more resources, there's lots of quick, easy recipes on my LinkedIn account and Instagram account. Leap Health is the LinkedIn account and leaphealth.co.uk is the Instagram account. If you want to message me about learning more about nutrition and delving deeper into what can actually work for you, I run a course entitled Eat Smart to Leap Health, and I also offer one-to-one nutrition coaching. My email address is anna@leaphealth.co.uk, so please do get in touch. Thank you.